Alrighty, well, hello everyone, and thank you for joining us today for our virtual open enrollment fair session. During today's session, we will go over Delta Dental benefits. Before we get started, I would like to brief everyone on a couple housekeeping items. All attendees are muted and will remain muted throughout the presentation. If you have a question, please type it in the Q&A box located on the bottom of your monitor. All questions will be answered at the end of the presentation. Be informed that if you type a question in the Q&A box, everyone attending the session will not see your question nor your name. If you have a question that is highly confidential, please contact the Benefits Division directly. Lastly, today's webinar is being recorded. A copy will be posted on the Benefits Open Enrollment website. At this time, I will turn it over to our presenter, Celso Ramos.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Celso Ramos from Delta Dental, and today we're going to be talking about the County of San Diego open enrollment. So today's topics, we're going to be learning about your plans. We're going to be learning about the Delta Dental differences, the web, mobile, and resources, oral health and wellness, value-added features, and other information that we have in this presentation. So let's learn about your plans. As you can see on the screen is we're going to be talking about the PPO versus the DHMO. For the Delta PPO, you can visit any type of licensed dentist. Your benefits are subject to an annual deductible maximum. Plan covers wide range in services with a non-exclusive inclusions for most pre-existing conditions. And also preventive care like routine cleanings, exams, and are covered at a low or no cost. You also pay applicable co-insurance at that time of the service with the contracted Delta Dental PPO or a premier provider. Let's talk about this is the Delta Care USA, which is also called a DHMO when you go to a dentist. For this type of plan, you select a Delta Care USA primary care. There's no annual deductibles or maximum for this plan. You also are covered for over 300 procedures with no inclusions for most pre-existing conditions. Preventative care like routine cleaning as the PPO is covered as low or no co-payments. And also you can also do applicable co-payment at time of service with within an assigned Delta Care USA provider. So we're gonna be talking about Delta Care USA, which is the DHMO plan. For this type of plan, it's a prepaid fixed co-payment plan. So when you go to comprehensive coverage, once you enroll, you select a primary dentist. To Delta Care USA, it's very important that you go with that route, Delta Care USA network, to start enjoying. It's a set of co-payments with this plan, no annual maximums, no deductibles, no claims, and also you get low premiums. How does this Delta Care works? USA works. So it's very simple right here on the screen. Four simple steps. Number one, you choose a primary care dentist online by phone. Number two, you make an appointment. Number three, you visit the dentist. And at the end, number four, you will be paying a co-payment if it's needed. For a specialty and emergency care with this plan, all you need to do is your primary care dentist will refer you to the specialties in case that primary Delta Care USA does do those procedures. You request an authorization for special services. And then also you plan includes out-of-network cover for emergency. So if you have an emergency, you don't have to be assigned to the dentist. They will be able to take care of you if it's an emergency out-of-network. How to choose a dentist? It's very important. Go to this website to choose a Delta Care USA. It's called deltadentalins.com. Write down the facility number, which is like a number that has for the dentist. And all you have to do is submit your request. You can do it online or you can do it on the phone number. It's right here on the screen. So the online, you can create an account again is deltadentalins.com. By phone, you have to call the customer service, which is 8100-422-4234. Switching to another Delta Care USA plan. This is very important for everybody. If you have this plan, you can switch to another dentist. You're not gonna be with that dentist for the whole year. So if you don't like that dentist, or you move out of the, from your house, or you move out of the country, from the state, all you have to do, this plan can be switched to another dental provider for Delta Care USA. Cover begins when your plan starts. If you have any pre-existing conditions, missing teeth are covered. So for example, if you decided to move to another provider, all you have to do is submit a form and then we can be taken care of as long as it's, in the network with the providers. And one example right here is the orthodontic treatment. You may also be stay with your orthodontic treatment and continue with another provider. So let's talk about braces with the Delta Care USA. It's covered for children and adults. All face orthodontic treatments are covered, which is good. And pre and post records, you also cover with the 2 instructions and cover for any progress treatment for this type of plan. Let's go to the Delta Dental PPO plan. So we're gonna be talking about this plan. We got you covered with Delta Dental PPO. So how it works is simple. Visit a PPO dentist to save it the most. Visit a licensed dentist. And also you won't be charged more than one expected to share on the bill because it's a contract fees that we have with the dentist with this plan. You don't need an ID card to check in. I'll show you later on how to get your ID card or how to let the dentist know that you have the Delta Dental PPO plan. We also coordinate doing coverage. What this means is if you or your domestic partner or your spouse has a PPO plan, it can coordinate you dual coverage. Just let dentists know that you have 2 different plans with the PPO. Once you finish either one, they will automatically go to the next one that coordinate the dual coverage. I recommend you to create an online account to check your benefits and claim online. So this we will show you how your plan works for the Delta PPO coverage, the deductibles and maximums. So for your deductible, as you can see on the screen, there's 3 types of dentists you can choose, which is the PPO dentist, the Premier dentist, and non-Delta dental dentist. So as you can see, for the PPO and Premier, you save more money, and for the non-Delta dental, you ended up paying more out of pocket. For your deductible for the PPO is $50 per person, $150 per family. And as you can see, it says wait for the non preventative. So every time when you go for your cleaning or X-ray and exam, it will be waived. So it won't be taken away from your maximum that it says right there, $2,000 per person. So you save benefits with when you go to a dentist. I was playing like right now. This is a great example right here on the screen. It shows you when you go to a dentist, basically, they do an example right here. It's gonna be $350 of the Delta Dental pays the $350 if it's if it was not waived. So as you can see with the waiver, they won't even touch your $2,000. It will be waived every time you go for preventative diagnostic services such as a cleaning, X-ray, and exam. So the coverage for your PPO, as you can see, is a little bit different from Delta Care USA. As you can, the diagnosed preventative plan pays 100%. This type of dentist right here on the screen again is the Delta Dental PPO, Delta Dental Premier, and non-Delta Dental dentist. As you can see for the Delta Premier and the non-Delta Delta Dental dentist, you plan pays 100%, but for the non-Delta Dental plan, it pays 80%. So you're gonna be paying 20% out of pocket. For the basic and oral surgery, periodontics, and endodontics, it covers 80%. So you're entitled to pay that 20% when you go to a dentist. For the major and prosthodontics, it covers 70%. So we recommend to stay in the network with Delta Dental PPO and Premier so you can save money out of pocket. And great news, everybody, we do have for 2023, two things that you'll be aware. They added a 3rd cleaning is not available for all PPO members. And also the age limitation has been removed from the fluoride treatment. So that's great news for this coming up year. So for the PPO orthodontic benefits through Delta Care USA, for only Delta Care USA will cover for the ortho. So you can see in the chart right here, these are the coverages that will be covered with that Delta Care USA plan. So as you can see, the complete panorama images, X-rays, the treatment, your co-payment will be $847 with the limitation of treatment for child and adults for 19 years old. So this is how it works. Basically, on the right boxes is right here on the chart. That will be your out of pocket, and we will pay the rest of depends on the amount of the treatment is going to be done for orthodontic. One of the things that we always explain to everybody when you go to a dentist and you don't know what's going on, and they're asking you for a co-payment, and you're asking yourself, why I'm paying more than I'm supposed to be paying? We recommend everybody to let the dentist know that you want to do a pre-treatment estimate. So it's like 3 simple steps right here on the screen. Number 1, you ask your dentist for an estimate. Number 2, dentist send details for Delta Dental. And number 3, we will review it, we receive, and then we will send you a cost estimate. So make sure the dentist and yourself, they're on the same track to see how much would it be you out of pocket, or there's not out of pocket at all. For in case in an emergency for everybody, just visit any licensed dentist worldwide and receive benefits, and also submit a claim for reimbursement. So sometimes it's not guaranteed you will get reimbursement, but send your receipts, and then you can submit it to Delta Dental, either online or over the phone. We'll fax it. They will let you know how to do it, and sometimes you will get a reimbursement. It all depends on the situation. Transition your care, like how to continue Delta Care for your PPO plan. In case you ended up switching to Delta Dental and you had another carrier, we will determine how to transfer your treatment, which is like root canals, crown, orthodontics. How do I continue my orthodontic coverage? With my lifetime orthodontic maximum will reset. That's the main question that everybody asks. Yes, when you have an orthodontic treatment, your lifetime orthodontist is only one time a lifetime, so it will never reset. Only the benefit yearly will reset, but once you use your orthodontist maximum, you're no longer able to have a reset at all. So let's talk about the Delta Dental differences. Like I was telling you, the 3 types of dentists. You will save more money if you stay in the Delta Dental PPO and the Premier dentist. 2 types of levels of savings, PPO and Premier. You still save it with the Premier network, but it's 35-41% with average discount with the PPO. For Premier, it's 9 to 29% average discount. There's 160,000 network dentists, 352,000 locations. 1 in 110 US dentists are in the Delta Dental PPO in the network too. So we have our web and mobile resources that we always like you guys to take advantage. As you can see, because of the pandemic, they added these features, which is called a toothpick and a virtual console. For the toothpick, it's an app, you just download it. It's easy to use. You just take a photo-based app, you get answers for Delta Dental dentists in less than 24 hours. Also, it's ideal for a quick exam and diagnosis report. All you have to do is do deltadental.topic.com. Or you can also do a virtual console, which is a schedule a live video consultation anytime, anywhere with Delta Dental. Ideal for urgent needs or appointment outside the normal office hours. Sometimes when the dentist is closed, this is the best way to go with this feature, virtual dentistry solutions. And all you have to do is for the virtual console, you have to go to Delta Dental virtualconsole.com. So check out our website, deltadentalindex.com. You can search for a network dentist. You get answers, comment about your plan. You also read articles. We have recipes, watch videos, and we also have a subscribe again, our Curly Wellness e-magazine with this feature. We also have a mobile app. It's free. I recommend you for any type of smartphone. It's called Delta Dental. You find a dentist, you can cover details, you can get your electronic ID card, and also you can do like a cost estimate in case how much would it be when you go to a dentist for a specific treatment that you're able to kind of be doing with dentist. A lot of people ask me, I didn't get an ID card. I would recommend you to print an ID card at home. All you have to do is go to deltadentalindex.com. Number 2, you log in on your account and you select the link of your ID card and then you print it out. A lot of people, I let people know that if you want to have it on your phone, just take a screenshot and you will have it in your pictures. Or when you have somebody else on your plan and you're not able to give them information, because sometimes they ask you for your social and it's personal, we recommend you, send it to your family members or whoever, email it to them so they will have it on hand when they go to a dentist. For finding a network dentist, it's very easy to do it on our mobile app or on a website. All you have to do is find a dentist. You search the name, the address, or the CVT code. You also select your network. Like I was telling, it's very important to select your plan, which is if it's a Delta Dental PPO or a Delta Care USA. You also click search, kind of like when you're looking for in Google or Yelp. You narrow out search location by specialty. What I mean about specialty, you're looking for an orthodontist or you're looking for a specific dentist for like a pediatric for kids. You can select that the option on our website on our mobile app. And also, if you're looking for a language, so you're looking at a specific language, like another besides English, they will narrow it down whoever type of dentist will be speaking that type of language or specialty too. You also, it's like I was telling you, it's easy to search. It's kind of like when you do a Yelp rating. So we recommend you to sign up for an online account to look for your services. We do also look for your claim statements in case your claims are pending or they're already been submitted. Again, you will be when you print your ID card. You estimate the cost of your next procedure. And also, you have any questions, you can submit it to a customer service department on this end. We recommend you to stay paperless. It's very convenient, efficiency, and you can also save paper at deltadentalins.com. Let's talk about oral health and wellness. We do have an online wellness resources. You learn about oral health and wellness. Like I was telling you, we have articles, video magazines, risk assessments. You also have kid activities and more. For the Stay Informed with Grant, you learn fast and discover 2 friendly recipes, which is very, very nice. Sign up for an email. You also the habla español, disponible en español for any type of person that want to do it in Spanish. We have a Brush Smart at-home oral care, which is this is a free program include at home. Your personalized solutions, high patients, including seniors, kids, and manual toothbrushes. You get a discount when you ended up buying this type of brand. Oral hygiene products at brushsmart.com store. So check it out if you guys are interested to buy any type of these products online. We are going to talk about value added features. You can say if you're a member of Delta Dental provider, you can access hearing aid and LASIK discounts if you're a Delta Dental member. As you can see, it's called Amplify and Quaslight. You can say up to 62% average savings on hearing and aid pricing. And for a Quaslight, we can say up to 40-50% off traditional LASIK eye surgeries. So you have to talk to your doctors about that you have these discounts through those companies. And the best way to access these discounts, you can go to amplifyusa.com/Delta Dental INS. You access the best prices or guarantee, thousands of hearing care providers. You choose a top of hearing aid brands. So all the information you can get it on the website. And it's very simple to start with that company, like it's showing you 3 different steps. You can also call the number on the screen, 888-779-1429. Patient care pro, our care will guide you. And number 3, you can activate your discounts. And it's the same thing as a Quasar program, 40 to 50% off traditional LASIK prices, 1,000 plus LASIK locations you can get with this company. Experienced and credentialed LASIK surgeons. So the website is quasi.com/Delta Dental for this type of program that you want to get the discounts. The same thing is 3 steps. You can call the Quasi like the 855-248-2020. I might get a discount price LASIK in case you're looking for that type of service. So we're here for you. If you have any questions, contact customers at this presentation, our customer service department by phone or online. You can call us free at 888-335-8227 for PPO. For the HMO is another number, which is 800-422-4234. You can speak to any customer service representative Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. or 5 a.m. to 6 p.m. Pacific time for the HMO plan. For simple questions, we have an automatic phone system available 24/7. Or also you can go, like I was telling you before in the presentation, you can go online for deltadentalins.com. And thank you for your time. We are glad to answer any questions in the chat box or either way.
All right. Thank you, Celso, for that very informative session. We do have a few questions in the Q&A box. Our first question is, I want to ask you about the PPO plan and what it covers in regards to braces. How much would I pay for myself, spouse, and son, and what would be the difference if I add another child?
It's a great question. From my understanding, when I was checking on your plan for the PPO, I think it's kind of, I'm for sure that I check on the PPO that is not covered for it only covers the basic and major services. So I recommend you, if you ended up switching to the Delta Care USA, that's what I was planning on the presentation, it will cover a lot of savings in case you want to add, your other person. But if it's under your plan and if you have your family is the question, can you repeat the question? Is the person under the plan or who does
Sure. I can repeat the question. I want to ask you about the PPO plan and what it covers in regards to braces.
Yeah, for only covered for Delta Care USA. So I recommend you if you want to plan to do an orthodontic treatment. But I want to get back to you because on my end, it shows that for the PPO there's nothing available for orthodontics.
I can answer, if you don't mind for me to chime in, Celso, in answering that question and clarifying further. Under the PPO plan, orthodontics and braces are covered. The uniqueness about the plan is that you would need the individual who's covered under the PPO plan would need to use the HMO listing for orthodontia. So orthodontia is in fact covered under the PPO, but you would need to get a referral or utilize the listing from the DHMO plan. Sorry to take over. You're welcome. Okay, next question for Celso is Delta Dental USA DHMO insurance. If a dental provider makes a referral to pediatric dentists, that only covers Delta PPO and Delta Dental USA, will they still cover the exam and treatments? It's kind of an overlapping question to the previous, but Celso, I will hopefully allow you to enlighten on that.
Yeah, like you say, it's the same thing. If the provider makes a referral for pediatrician, it has to be at the same type of insurance provider, which has to be a USA. You cannot jump from a DHMO to a PPO. It has to be the same insurance type, which is a DHMO provider. So if only the other person takes Delta PPO for the referral, we recommend you just to give us a call and we'll probably refer you whoever is in the DHMO provider.
Thank you for that response. Our next question is, does Delta, excuse me, tongue twister, does Delta Dental HMO cover Invisalign braces?
Unfortunately, no, it's basically a basic plan for orthodontists. Most of the time it is considered cosmetic for Invisalign. So they go by just a regular treatment as a regular braces.
I apologize. We were just informed last week, and I shared this with you, Celso, and all the attendees. Invisalign is covered under conventional orthodontics.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. We're waiting for our plan documents to get updated, but I'm happy to inform all your participants that Invisalign is covered in the same manner as conventional orthodontics.
Yeah, I was not told. I need to be more informative. Sorry about that.
We just found out. No worries. Okay.
Yeah, it's new to me too.
Okay. We'll move on to the next question. What is the difference in the monthly charge between the PPO and HMO for the same household members? And I'd be happy to answer this question. All the rates and information regarding the plans are located on the county's website and Insight. So you should be able to compare what the cost would be out of your paycheck between the HMO and the PPO plans. Okay. Next question. How is it that more money is saved using Delta Dental PPO?
Okay, I can answer that question. Like I was planning on the presentation, we are in contract with our dentist. So if you stay in the network, they have to go by our fees. They cannot charge you more than whatever it is. So if that dentist is not in the network, they can charge you any type of fees that they want to do, and they max you out to $2,000 per year. So we recommend it to use the website or make sure they're in the network to save money.
Next question, does Delta Dental USA cover oral surgery? And if so, what percentage?
It does cover oral surgery, but it depends. I don't have the booklet on my hand. You can go online or go on your account. I can get back to you for that question, but it's not a percentage. It goes by a copay fee schedule. So it depends on the surgery, that type of surgery that you're gonna be doing with that dentist. It will show you the out-of-pocket copay. They don't go by percentage; they go by copays for Dental USA, which is Delta USA. It's not Delta Dental. Yeah.
Okay.
So the best way, you have the number. I can put it on the screen. You can share the screen. The number that I was on the presentation. You can give them a call and let them know what type of procedure you're doing, and they will let you know how much would be you copay out of pocket.
Okay, next question. If two county employees are married and both choose employee plus one, can they cover one another and have dual PPO or HMO coverage?
For the dual coverage, only works for the PPO. So for the HMO, you cannot do dual insurance on the PPO. That my understanding. But if both of them work for the same county, you can use a dual coverage for the PPO. It could be the same plan.
These are all great questions, everyone. Keep them coming in.
Yeah.
Our next question, besides not being able to select the provider you want, what other drawbacks are there in choosing an HMO over a PPO plan?
Oh, that's a good question. Besides not being. So let me understand your question. So you're asking if you're not able to select your provider what you want. So I'm kind of confused. So basically, if you don't have nobody else to choose, we will choose for you, and you can try the dentist in case you like. But you are happily to call us, and we can, for the PPO, you can choose anytime. So you can go any day, any month, depends on whatever you want to switch. For the HMO, it has to be at least a 30 days period time. So I recommend people to call us like on the 15th of each month, and then it will be switched at next month, which is the 30-day period for the HMO. In case you're not happy with that provider. But for the PPO, you don't have to call us. You can switch anytime. Just to clarify that.
And if I can add more into that response, the PPO allows more flexibility to where you can go in and out of network. The issue that you may run into with the PPO for your out-of-pocket costs is that when you're out of network, you may expect to pay more out of pocket. And that's strictly with the PPO plan.
Right.
Good question here. Is the Delta Care USA plan the same as Delta Care DHMO?
Correct. So basically, when you select this plan, we have on our end, it's called Delta Dental PPO, and the other one is called Delta Care USA. But most of the companies, or depends where you work, they call it a Delta Dental Care. What's it called? Delta Care DHMO. So it's the same thing. It's basically the only difference is when you select the provider, make sure it's called Delta Care USA.
Great, thank you for that. Next question, are dental implants covered under Delta PPO?
Delta implants, I can get back to you. I don't want to give you implants that are covered for the PPO. It's covered 70% for the PPO in network and Premier, up to $2,000 per year. For the out of network, we'll cover 60%.
Okay.
Hmm.
All righty, next question. Can you explain the difference again between Delta Dental PPO, Delta Dental Premier, and DHMO? Are there
Okay.
differences in costs?
Yes, it is different in cost. So let me go with the Delta PPO, you will save more out of pocket. So one example I can give you is, let me just explain an example about Delta PPO and Delta Premier. They're both PPO, you're gonna be saving money for both of them. The only thing about Premier is their fees are a little bit higher than the PPO because we have a contract fees with them. So a lot of people stay with the Premier, which we had it before, but you save more money with the PPO in that case. So you still save money on both, but the best way to go and save out of pocket is the PPO in network only. But if your dentists are not able to switch to the PPO and you like your dentist, the best way is to stay with them with the Premier because if the person switched not out of network, you're gonna be ended up paying more money out of that. For the HMO, the difference is not a percentage, is they do by copays and deductibles. So for the HMO, a lot of people like the PPO because it covers up to $2,000 when you go to a dentist. For the HMO, they don't give you the $2,000. Basically, you go by a fee schedule. So if you ended up paying more out of pocket, because that all depends on the procedures you're going to be ended up getting with the DHMO. So it all depends on your preferences, whatever works for you on the plan.
Thank you for that information. Our next question is, I currently have the Delta Dental PPO. Before scheduling an appointment with the new dentist, do I need to do anything?
No, for your end, you can give us a call. It's better we are Delta Dental. We do have a customer service department that can help you make sure that they're in the network. All you have to do is call the dentist and let them know that if they're in the network, or it depends on your preferences, if it's Premier or out of network, just let them know you have Delta Dental PPO and they can schedule an appointment. You don't have to do nothing on our end. But if you're not sure they're in the network, we recommend you to download the mobile app or the website and then put their name or their address to see if they're in our network or not. But for that end, it's up to you. You just call and make an appointment.
Okay. Next question. There was a slide regarding LASIKs and hearing aid discounts. Is that available for DHMO and PPO members?
You can let me know if I'm wrong or not. For my understanding, I haven't got any updates on that end. It's only for the PPO right now. I don't know if I'm not updated on that end. If you hear anything else on your end.
Okay. We will find out if it's factual for PPO. So more to come on that, everyone. Our next question is, how does it work with the DHMO and DentaCal?
Oh, that's a good question. Basically, DentaCal is a government program, so they have their own contract fees. You can ask your dentist to let you know how does it work, because I don't know how DentaCal works with the dental on my end, but a lot of people either you get it from your job or you might not qualify for the DentaCal. Depends on your situation. So if you have both, you can let your dentist know which one it will be preferably to use. But from my understanding, if you had DentaCal, you're not able to qualify for either one. You have to either switch to HMO or cancel Medicare. I don't think you can have both. But yeah, for that you have to ask the question with your dental provider.
Thank you for that. Our next question, if you have the PPO plan and want to add your spouse, would you pay $50 total for the annual deductible for both, or would you pay $100?
Yeah, that would be a family deductible plan, which is 150 per family. So you have to only one person like yourself, whoever's in the plan, is $50. But you're gonna be taking your family, it's only your spouse. You $150 will apply for the deductible.
Okay. Great. We have another employee asking about Invisalign. And to answer that question, again, Invisalign is covered in the same manner as conventional orthodontics. So we're very thrilled. We just found out about this last week. So
Yeah.
we are updating all plan documents to include a statement and a blurb regarding Invisalign. Our next question is whitening covered under the PPO plan?
Unfortunately, I think that's a no. That's cosmetic.
Okay. Let's see our next question. After you meet the $2,000 yearly maximum and you still need more services, do you still continue getting the contracted amount or do you have to pay the full charge? An example, if the charge is $100, but the contracted amount is $70, will I pay $100 or will I pay $70?
That's a great question. So once you max your $2,000, whatever is the charge that's gonna be charging you, it's gonna be $100. So I recommend you, if it's not an emergency and you are at the end of the year, just wait until January 1st, it will reset and you will get that $2,000. But if it's an emergency and you want to do it right away, just pay the $100 that they're charging you for the charge.
And so would we be able to get a copy of the PowerPoint? So if anyone reaches out to our benefits division, we can provide a copy of that to them?
I think you can. All I have to do is I can ask my manager to see if we can submit it to you guys. Or do you have Sharon email? Or you don't know who's Sharon? She can forward to you because she has the original.
Certainly. I can definitely reach out to Sharon. And for any participants on this session right now, if you'd be so kind to send an email to the benefits inbox, we would be happy to email you a copy of the presentation once we receive that. Our next question, let's see here.
Great question. A lot of
Very good questions.
yeah.
Yes. If the provider you want is a fine. Can braces that was done before the policy started be covered?
Yes. If you switch to our plan, like us, I don't know if you saw on the presentation or you missed the slide. All you have to do is let your orthodontist know to submit a form, and once you wanna, we can take over. Depends whatever you need to finish.
And looks like we have a follow-up question regarding Invisalign that I'd be happy to answer. This individual is just asking about when the information will be released. And we're hoping within the next week or two. We're just waiting for updated documents from Delta Dental. And once we receive that, our county rep will post it on Insight and on the county website.
Thank you.
And great follow-up question to receiving the presentation. What is the benefits email inbox? I will go ahead and answer that for that individual. Our next question, hopefully I can address it correctly. In a PPO plan, if you reach your $2,000 annual limit, additional services after that are out of pocket. And they're asking it as a question.
So yeah, you want to answer or you wanted to answer the Nedra?
Oh, yes, go right ahead and answer it. That'd be great.
So if you reach your 2000 annual, there's no additional services. Oh, I'm sorry, additional service after that yeah, they are out of pocket. So that was like similar to the other question that we had. Basically, we recommend you guys to use your $2,000 every year. But in case you go out of pocket, the best way that you can ask your dentist, they also have a payment plan. They have a like a credit financial that you can get zero interest. So it's up to you and the dentist to see you wanna just pay out of pocket for the whole thing at once, or you can do like a like you go by procedure. So you go in case you need different things at once, just tell them, you know what, let's just deal with this first and then we can go from there.
Great. And for anyone who's in need of the benefits email address, I typed it in the chat box. It is dhrbenefits.fgg@sdcounty.ca.gov. So for anyone who has an interest in the presentation slide deck, please do email us and we'll provide a copy once we receive that from Delta Dental. Okay. Our next question is the $2,000 yearly maximum based on the contracted amount or the usual and customary charge?
That's a question that needs to be answered. Okay, so I'm kind of like, do you want me to answer Nidra or that's an HR question?
Oh, that we would probably need to check the plan documents. I'm not certain of that answer.
We'll get back to you on that question, Isaac.
Okay. And a follow-up question to that, are services covered in Baja California?
All right. It's very tricky, this type of situation. In case what I have noticed, I don't know if Baja California depends on the provider. If it's a contract with California dentistry and it has a license from the United States, some people that do use our services, it all depends on the dentist if they're in the network with us. So recommend you to first do an estimate and let the dentist know that you have Delta Dental PPO, and if they can take you in that case. Because I think Baja California, because I heard a lot of people that go to Tijuana to do services and they do take our insurance. But what I find out is since it's out of the country, they do have a license with California. So it's very, very specifically you have to go with the detail with your dentist and let them know if they are a license with United States. That's what I recommend you to do first.
Great, thank you for that. Our next question. If I buy an electric toothbrush with the dental office, will there be a discount?
No, that's basically you and the dentist doing a sale in the office. As you can see on the presentation, we do have you have to go online in order to get that discount with us. It shows you on the website.
Okay, great. Next question. Can you please repeat how to find an orthodontic provider when you have Delta Dental PPO? You have to find one who accepts DHMO, not PPO. And I'd be happy to answer that. If you are covered under the PPO plan, you would just need to search under the HMO network for an orthodontist that you can use under your PPO plan. So just to clarify a little bit more, PPO providers do not have orthodontic coverage. Again, you would need to search under the DHMO network to use an orthodontist in your PPO plan. Okay, another question. If the dentist didn't bill Delta Dental and I paid out of pocket, can we send it for reimbursement?
Yes, you can. It all depends on the claim department that we have. Um, but make sure that you find out if the dentist is in network. If the person is out of network, non-Delta dental dentist, we're not anything we can do about to reimburse you because they can charge you any type of dentist, and we're not able to submit it as a claim. But yeah, you can. Once you get, if you pay out of pocket, make sure you get a receipt and a list of all the procedures that were done. Send it to my department of claims, and then my claim will get back to you to let you know how much will be the reimbursement. It can be 100%. It can be depends on how the dentist build it.
Okay. Great. Our next question. If we selected a PPO initially, can we also choose an HMO network dentist and will it go by the fee schedule?
No, either you choose PPO or HMO. You cannot just switch back and forth. In that fee schedule, you have to go basically if it's for the HMO, they go by those fees. You cannot just pick and choose.
Okay. Our next question, if I'm covered under the PPO plan and the provider, oh, excuse me, let me restate that. If I'm covered under the HMO plan and want to use a PPO provider, how could I get that provider listed under the HMO plan?
Yeah, that's a question for the dentist. It's the dentist will determine if they want to be, for example, if your dentist take both plans, you can let them know I have a DHMO or a PPO, and then they will bill you in that way. But you can yourself, you cannot switch either one. Oh, can you charge me on HMO or PPO? It's just the dentist provider that accept to be the provider. So most of the dentists, they do take only PPO. There's not that many DHMO, just to give you up there. But as has seen dentists that take both. So you'll be lucky that, if you take both of the plans, you can either choose DHMO with us or PPO, and then you just let them know which one you have, and then they can go by that.
Great, thank you for that. We have another question. If I have a DHMO through the county and my spouse added me to their Delta PPO as a dependent, which fees will be followed?
That will be up to your decision. If you want to use your DHMO, you have to go to a DHMO provider. But in case you're in it as a dependent, and then you let the dentist know that you want to be charged as a dependent with the PPO. So you have to either choose which dentist you want to go, since you have you're an employee with the HMO, but also you have PPO with as a dependent. So the fees will follow at whatever. No, whatever. I'm sorry. Depends on which insurance you want to use.
Great questions, everyone. Great questions. Keep them coming in. All righty, another question. Looks like there is no yearly maximum for the HMO. What percentage of the charges do you pay under the HMO? And can I use it as primary and secondary insurance?
Okay, so kind of.
I'm sorry, two separate questions here. Okay, let's go back to the first original question. There is no yearly maximum for the HMO. What percentage of the charges do you pay under the HMO?
So for the first question, there's no yearly maximum. There's no yearly limit. Yeah. So what percentage of the charges do you pay under the HMO? So again, don't get confused with percentages and copays. For the percentages, 70%, 100%, that falls on the PPO. So one example that I can give you is if you go to a PPO and you ended up getting a filling and it covers 90% with us, we will pay $90 and you pay $10. That's how the percentage works with the PPO. For the HMO, basically you go for a filling And if on your fee schedule says this type of filling, this type of material, or depends on the filling that you're getting, it was depends on the code, because that's a specific code that they use to bill. If that filling, instead of paying that $10 because it's a percentage for the PPO, it will be a copay. So it will be a copay will be kind of like what you have to pay, which is $5. That's it. It's not a percentage. That depends how much the filling will be. So I don't know if I make it that clear. The percentage and the copay is totally different. For the copay, you know how much you're gonna be paying, kind of like when you purchase something. This is my copay, and this is how I have to pay no matter what. For the percentage, the PPO will let you know how much the percentage will be out of pocket. So it's kind of like you're getting a $2,000 credit when you go to the dentist to spend.
Perfect. We have a follow-up question for an employee who's inquiring about being covered under the county's HMO plan, but their spouse has the PPO and they're covered as a dependent. The individual is asking if they could use it as a primary or secondary insurance.
Didn't we answer that question before?
Yes, if there's a follow-up question to that as far as being able to use.
Primary or secondary?
Yes, yes. And it sounds like they're asking about dual coverage
Oh,
and
combining together? No, unfortunately, you can't. It has to be either both of them have to be a PPO to do insurance. You never can combine like HMO with the PPO. It will never work.
just a follow-up question for myself. If they both had a PPO, let's say an employee had a PPO here and they're covered as a dependent with a PPO plan outside of the county, was there a coordination of benefits opportunity there?
Yes. I'll have to let you know, dentists know to submit it as a to insurance, like coordinated insurance. So first they're gonna go with like for the county one that you have, and then we will go to the next one that has a dependent. So once you finish, one example I can tell you is for implants. If you max out the $2,000, once you max out the $2,000, they can jump to the other one to get whatever is left for the amount.
Okay. Great questions, everyone. Keep them coming. So another question, just of my own personal interest that may help everyone. With the Delta Dental app, would the member be able to see dependence information or claims through that also?
Yes, correct. You can see all the details. It's very efficient. I tell people, like, in case you have something that is pending, or like your dentist go, we can send for approval. Automatically, you can log in to see who is in the network, who is not in the network, how much would it be. So it has a lot of features. So we're recommend to download it. It's free. But for your question, yeah, basically, you can see whoever's on your plan, and if they're active, or sometimes they have to submit some proof of so they can be qualified as a dependent. It will let you know if it's approved, or any pending information that need to be follow up. It's very convenient to use it. So yeah, for your question, you can use it for that end.
Excellent. We had another question come in. Where can I see the fee schedule for the DHMO? I'd be happy to answer that. We do have it accessible on Insight and the county website. So if you go to the main link for Delta Dental, And from there, it will take you to the website to see the fee schedules for the DHMO plan.
And I want to add something, Nidra.
Mhm.
So when we do those, I don't know if you guys gonna be ended up doing more like in-person health fairs, or you can ask my account manager to send. We have a booklet that you can give it to them, or you can give us a call and we probably send you one in hard copy. We can send it to your personal address if you call the 1-800 number for on your car or the HMO. And it's very convenient. Like I told people to take that booklet. It has all the fee schedules on the side. So when you go to a dentist, you don't get any surprises, because some dentists are not honest and they're trying to upgrade you for other stuff that is not on the coverages. So we ended up getting all these claims that why did I get charged more than it's supposed to be charged? So we recommend you give us a call, or I ask your HR to see if we can mail them to you so you can have it on hand next time when you be in person.
That's great. Thank you for sharing that information. Very helpful. Oh, more questions. Yay. Is Invisalign covered 100% if you have the DHMO plan? And it is my understanding it is not covered at 100%. There is a cap. Anything in excess of $1,695 is the member's responsibility. And that is for Invisalign. All righty, another question. To clarify, is the $2,000 maximum out of pocket or what Delta Dental pays? And then more to that, for example, you mentioned paying $90 of the $100 cost and the employee pays the remaining $10. Is the $90 deducted from the $2,000 maximum?
Yes. So that's how it works. Basically, whatever our contract fees that we have with the dentist, if you ended up getting a treatment, that amount is gonna be charged to the $2,000 and it's gonna minimize. So once you do different treatments, it will go down to to zero. Depends whatever treatment. But again, for your plan, I was telling you the cleaning and exams are waived, so they never will touch you $2,000 if you just go for a cleaning and checkup, which is recommended to go every year. But yeah, that's how it works when you to clarify that question that you were asking.
Right. Another question. I changed my Delta Care DHMO with the PPO because I felt abused. Every time I went to the dentist, they were adding treatments not covered by the insurance. How can I avoid that?
So this, Andrea, you had HMO, but are you happy with the PPO? Because I want to clarify. I know I'm sorry about you feel abused, because like I was telling you before, they trying to do that occasionally with most of people that have the HMO because they want to get out of pocket money besides us. But if you have the PPO, to avoid, in the presentation I had it's called a pre-estimate. You can give us a call. So what I recommend you to do next time, if you ended up getting treatments or it's a big treatment that you need to be paid out of pocket, just let your dentist know that, give me an estimate, submit it to us, and then we can make sure that you know why they're charging you this amount of money or how much we're gonna be covered, so you can be in the same page, so ended up paying out of pocket that you're supposed to be paying. But if you ended up staying with PPO, remember you will have a cover up to $2,000. So the HMOs, again, is a fee schedule, so that will, you got to go by the fee schedule on the codes, and it depends on the co-pays. So the best way is to just give us a call and we can review it before you ended up. Do not sign any. So everybody, do not sign anything if you're not sure or you feel abused or something going on with the cost. Tell them I don't want to sign. I just want to send it to Delta Dental to review it and then go from there. Because a lot of people, they tend to let them know to sign when they're right there at the dental office. And once you sign, there's nothing we can help on our end. Just to let you guys know.
Thank you for that informative information. Another question, if we add a spouse to the PPO plan, do they get coverage for preventative services?
Yeah, everybody will, if you, whoever you add on your plan, you will get the same benefits on whatever plan that you choose, the PPO or the HMO. So preventive services will cover for anything.
Alrighty, our next question is regarding braces. So if Delta Dental only covers $1,695 and the braces cost $3,500, do we have to pay the difference out of pocket?
Are we talking about the DHMO or? Yes, right? So if it
Doesn't differentiate between HMO or PPO, sorry.
okay, I don't wanna. I can explain on the DHMO how it works. Nidra, I don't wanna because for my I'm kind of I need to talk to my manager because he didn't send me the right information, the updated information for the PPO. But if the 1600, let me just go back real quick. Give me a second. Because if this person talking about the Delta Care USA, the 1600. Okay, yeah, okay. I think this person is talking about, Sherry's talking about the 1600 copay. So yeah, for your question, Sherry, is basically if the cost is 3500 total, all you have to do is pay $1,695, and we pay the rest. That's how it really works on the DHMO plan, which is great. You save a lot of money.
Okay. They were asking if you could explain both, but we're gonna get some more information regarding the PPO, correct?
Yeah, I don't want to give you the wrong information because if in the plan it would have the orthodontist, which you say I don't have the update information. One example I can tell you, I don't want to get you guys confused for the PPO. If it's the PPO covers $2,000 up to $2,000 and it's $3,500, you ended up paying the difference. You only can pay up to $2,000, and sometimes it covers 50%. But I don't want to give you the right information. I don't want to confuse you guys. For Cher's question, it's basically she's going by the 1695 because she saw it on the screen that it's a copay. That's how it works with the HMO. We ended up paying if it's 7,000, the whole treatment, and remember it's for the HMO you have to go by those codes. Some dentists can go, okay, yeah, it's 1,600, but they're gonna add other stuff that is not on our fees contract schedule. So be careful with that. The best way is to get an estimate, send it to us, and then we'll let you know if it's correctly the way they're charging you, because sometimes they will add stuff that is not even included, and you don't want to get any surprises later on.
Understood. Another great question. Is there a way to transfer the unused amount of the annual maximum of 2,000 from one family member to another?
It will be nice, right? No, unfortunately, we can't, Maria. Once you use the $2,000 or you have anything left, it will go away. It will just reset. So you cannot accumulate it kind of like the flex account or other stuff that you have in benefits for your company or your work. But yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't accumulate it. You ended up just losing the money and reset again.
All right. Another great question. The dentist office I go to has a group of dentists and they see all patients depending on availability. If I have a DHMO, do I need to request a specific dentist or is the entire group covered?
That one is very specifically you saying that there's a lot of dentists depending on ability. So yeah, make sure that when it's a group of dentists, it's either the group is in network or out of network, or they're not on contract with us. So even though we have a lot of dentists, they might be in the network. The best way is to give us a call and give us a call, or go online and put the address or put the zip code or the name of the dentist groups, because there's different dentists. and make sure that they're in the network for DHMO, because they might tell you at the front, yeah, we take it, and then we go there. I heard a lot of stories that they say, yeah, we do take it, and then they go there, oh no, you have the DHMO, we only take the PPO, because it's very confusing. Like the previous question that you guys have, since we are Delta Dental, we do have Delta Care USA. So you always say, oh yeah, I have Delta. And they always think that you have the PPO. But when you go there, then they find out that you're not in the Delta Dental PPO. You don't want to be mad or waste your time. Just, oh, you should have done it from the beginning. So the best way is, if you selected a DHMO, Delta Care USA, is just give us a call or go online, make sure they're in the network, and make sure that you guys are assigned to that dentist, because if you're not assigned, you have to wait a whole month to switch. That's how the HMO works. Yeah, for your question, Jessica, just make sure that you give them a call, let them know that you have the DHMO in there, and make sure they're in the network. You know, our department.
Excellent. Next question. Are night guards covered under the DHMO?
I need to go back. Hold on, give me a second.
No problem.
Yeah, because some they do, some they don't. Diagnose. What I see on my end, Jessica, I will say no, but I can get back to you because I need to check on the account. I will let my account manager to get back to Nidra about that question. But from my understanding, most of the time, it all depends on your group, on your company. So for mine, it doesn't cover at all. But I get back to you. Sorry about that.
Okay. Thank you. Appreciate you looking into it further. Okay. Our next question, is Invisalign covered under the PPO, or is that only through the DHMO plan?
Or
I can answer that. Invisalign is covered under the DHMO plan, as is orthodontia. They are not directly covered under the PPO. However, as a PPO member, you would need to use the HMO network to utilize and get approved for Invisalign services. So technically, yes, but not directly.
you have to go through that network. Yeah.
Great questions.
Yeah, good question, guys. Thank you.
Keep those questions coming in, everyone. We're happy to answer all of your questions as best we can. If there's anyone who joined the presentation at midpoint and didn't get all the information that you felt you needed, feel free to type a question in the Q&A box. All right, we have a question here, Celso. Are bridge and implants covered under the DHMO plan?
For you, Bridge, it does cover. For the implants, on the implants for DHMO, there's not covered at all. And again, I recommend you just got to give us a call. We can probably mail you a booklet that has all the like the codes and everything that are coverages. It will be more specific on that end. Or you can go online. You sign up online and then create an online account. And then once you do, you put your benefits and you put your plan, it will show you the whole list of coverages to have any questions. But you feel to give us a call anytime if you have any questions too after this presentation.
Another question here. Are overlays covered in the DHMO?
Oh, that's a great question. You got me there here. I don't know that question. Let me write it down so I make sure that I send that to my account manager. Because it's like a procedure that I don't know if it's cosmetic or not, or it's always surgical. I have to get back to you, Rosanna, about that. I will let my manager to get back to Nedra, and then Nedra can let you know the answer. But do you know the answer, Nedra, or you don't know nothing about overlays?
I'm not too sure. So yeah, I'd be happy to respond to that employee in an email separately once we get that information. Sounds like we got a little homework, huh? This
Yeah.
is great. Okay, another question here. I am on the website EOC form. I can't find bridge or implants in the PDF. Let's see. I'm gonna go to that as well. Looks like someone else is doing some research too. This is great.
Yes, good.
Let's see what I could find. Okay. And I just like to remind everyone, if you do have a confidential question or follow-up questions even after the presentation, feel free to send an email to the benefits inbox. I did post it in the chat. And it's dhrbenefits.fgg@sdcounty.ca.gov. Let's see, looks like a question came through. It says the brochure says that for braces with both PPO and HMO, you pay $1,695 plus all charges incurred before banding begins and after banding removal. Is this correct?
For sure. Let me just read it back. So what I'm trying to say is, out of pocket will be $1,695 plus all charges included before banding begins. So, but talking about banding, if they need to remove other stuff or they want to add anything else, it will be something else they have to pay extra. But it is correct.
I want to go back to that one, the EOC form. I'm looking for that as well. Some language can be construed to interpretation, so we want to make sure we get you the right information. Going back real quick to the question about the schedule of benefits, we do have on the county website and also Insight for those of you who are working on premises to access Insight. The schedule of benefits, if you were to go to the DHMO plan, there's a Schedule A, and it identifies and lists all the codes for different services and what the enrollee or member would pay. So feel free to check that out if you have a desire to do so.
Yeah, and I like how it's just all kind of like nicely put in that, its own little box and everything's centered, and you kind of have like the big title and then like the little line item, like it just has a really nice clean look to it, whereas mine is kind of all, it's not justified stuff to you. Okay.
Okay, for the individual who's inquiring about bridges and implants on the evidence of coverage form, I am also looking that up and not able to find anything. And this is for the DHMO, but we are going to find that information for you.
From my understanding, most of the I already talked to my account manager right now. Hopefully she can reply while we're here in the presentation. So she can send me the booklet so I can get more detail. But from my understanding, the bridge will be covered. It all depends on the type of bridge. So, but I want to clarify, make sure that I'm not giving you the wrong information. But for implants, I'm like 90% of sure implants they're not covered unless your plan is very unique. So we still have time. So hopefully my account manager can reply back if she's not busy, and I get back to you guys to make sure I got the right information.
Okay, I did find information about bridges, not implants per se,
Okay.
on the schedule of benefits for the DHMO plan. I'd be happy to post it in the chat. That way, let's see. Get that to everyone. And it is a PDF. So again, this is a schedule of benefits. It breaks down the services by code type. And if you were to simply type in bridge at the upper right-hand corner of the document, it'll do a search of the full document, and you can review exclusions, potential out-of-pocket, and coverage provisions for the bridge. Let's see if I can find the same for implants. I don't think we have much on implants.
Sorry about my talk.
They want to be part of the meeting.
Thank you so much, Kristen.
So just to clarify, Rosanne, thank you for checking on the overlay. He did visit that network, and overlay is a cosmetic procedure. So
And there we have it. Thank you for that information, Celso.
yeah, price point, all right.
All righty. Another question. Are fillings covered under the DHMO?
Yes, they are covered. Remember, it's gonna sometimes there's a copay, sometimes it depends on there's another copay. So make sure. I don't know what type of filling you need. It all depends on the material, and it all depends on the tooth. So you can go 1 surface, 2 surface, 3 surface, depends on the cavity. So yeah, they are covered. And like I'm telling you, you can check on the fee schedule to see if it's a copay or not. So I got back from my manager. She sent me the fee schedule for the Delta Care USA. And like you guys are, yeah, like you say, like Nidra was saying, implants are not covered at all. So that's a no. Sorry about that. But it's covered on the PPO in case you guys want to switch to the PPO. Yeah. Any other questions?
Another great question just came through. Is there a
Okay.
way to actually compare dollar amount between HMO and PPO? For example, a root canal, you pay 20% under the PPO or $35 to $105 under the HMO. How can we find out what the 20% would come out to be under the PPO?
It's an interesting question. For example, yeah, all depends on the situation. How it works again, if the actually dollar amount between a root canal, because a root canal goes different categories. I don't know if you guys are aware. You can go, the root canal, and then it's gonna be the procedure, and it's gonna be the crown. So for the root canal, average can go up to $2,000, and you max out and you pay out of pocket, and you need a crown, or depends on the crown. So the 20% will be out of pocket. So if it's a $30 to $100 under, so let me get this straight, Tammy. So you asking how much would it be 20% if you ended up choosing the PPO for a root canal, or you asking if it's gonna be $100 for the HMO? I'm kind of doing some math right now. So I don't know where you got the $35 to $100 under the HMO. Because if you just going by the fee schedule for the HMO, that's only the root canal. It's not including the crown. So it all depends how much you have to be paying after you do the root canal and the crown. So the best way is to do an estimate when you get to the dentist. But if you want to choose from HMO and PPO, it's up to you. You probably ended up paying a little bit more if you're on the, I don't want to say this, but on the HMO. But yeah, I cannot give you the exact amount of how much would it come out. So you have to talk to your dentist about that to kind of compare which option would be better, and then you decide to go with the HMO or the FPPO in case you're in the process of getting a root canal.
Just to clarify, so on that cost range for that root canal, it's based on the location of the tooth from what I'm seeing in the schedule of benefits.
Mhm.
The anterior is the lowest cost, the premolar is $70, and then the molar is the higher range at 105. So that's where that dollar range is coming from.
Let me see if I can find this so I can be more specific. Give me a second. Okay. So yeah, I think the better way that you can save more money, I think is the HMO. You will be less out of pocket. Because remember, the $35 is a retreatment of previous root canal. So I don't know if you had the root canal before. That's why they charge into 35. Premolar will be 70. Retreatment. So what is that? Retreatment is root canal will be 105. So again, I don't want to go specifically on the prices because I'm not want to give you the wrong information. Final restoration. So the best way to clarify that amount, Tommy, is go get an estimate with your dentist if they before you select a plan with us, and then or you already have the HMO or PPO, get an estimate if it's a percentage or a copay, and then submit it to us, and my customer service department can review in details to see how much would it be come out of be to at the end. I said as saying basically the PPO is better option. It sounds like I don't want to say that both plans are great. I said Isaac. I don't know if my pronouncing right, but it's up to you. It's all up to you, the person, to choose which plan is best for you. There's a Delta price list. Kind of for Dario. Your question for Dario, Delta price. Are you asking for the list of prices for Delta PPO? Or DHMO? I'm kind of confused on that question. Only the price for the treatments will be out of pocket, will be a copay. We cannot give you the whole amount of price. It's supposed to be a contract between Delta Dental and the dentist for that price. So we don't have the list for you guys. The only thing we can do is how much would be paying for that price. So you have to go to the dentist, and the dentist will let you know how much would it be and how much the cover will cover with your insurance. Depends on the plan that you choose.
Those great questions coming in, everyone. Again, if anyone has any follow-up questions or anything they would like to discuss in private with the benefits rep, I did put the email for DHR benefits in the chat. So again, feel free to email us directly. And then for any detailed questions about the plan and coverage itself, you would want to reach out to Delta Dental. We do encourage you to do estimates before you do any treatment in most cases. All right, so we have another question that just came through. If the hygienist says I need cleaning every 3 months, how can I confirm if that is true or if they just want income? Do I email you guys about that as well?
Yep, you can give as your choose to for this question is your preference to do it every 3 months, but usually average is every 2 cleanings per year, every 6 months. But if you select, remember that PPO, next year you will get another cleaning. So you can go 3 times a year, But most of the time the hygienist will let you know because like you're right, they want more income. And they will be saying, oh, your cleaning doesn't cover because you already did your 2 cleanings or you already maxed out your cleanings. So they recommend to do, if you want to go every 3 months, every 2 months, it's up to you. But remember, you can only cover up to three cleanings in the PPO, and for the DHMO, it's unlimited. If that all depends how many cleanings that you need per year. But yeah, you can give us a call or email us to see they're charging you correctly, or it all depends. But it's your preference to go every 3 months or not. So correct, you did find the co-payment, so that would be out of pocket. Just be careful. Make sure when you go to the dentist, make sure they follow our contract fees, which is that on the treatments will be a code on the side. Make sure that code matches when they bill you, because sometimes they're trying to go away from those codes and they say they don't cover on your booklet. If they ended up saying that, or they're letting you know that it's not covered, just let them know that. Make sure they send the pre-estimate to us to make sure if you really need that treatment or not.
Oh. For those of you still with us, please do feel free to ask any question you have. I believe so far we have 2 takeaway questions. So for me to follow up with employees, one is regarding the 2,000 yearly maximum, if it's contracted, or is it based on usual and customary charge? And the second question is regarding night guards under the DHMO plan.
Yeah, I'm double checking on that question. I don't see it, but I will clarify with you, get back to you regarding those 2 questions.
Okay, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Mhm.
We got to thank you. You're most welcome. We enjoy and thank you for joining us, to the employee who just gave us a thank you.
Oh, thank you, Maria.
Well, looks like we're winding down on questions, but we still have a little time left. Give it a couple more minutes. And if nothing else comes through, we can conclude the session. And I'd like to remind everyone who's still here, the recorded session will be posted on Insight. It'll take maybe a day or so, but we'll definitely be posting the recorded session online. So we certainly appreciate you for making us a part of your day this morning.
Oh no, thank you for inviting us, guys. Great questions today. That's what we're here for.
Okay, I believe we can conclude the webinar. Thanks again, everyone, for joining in us, and have a great rest of the day.
Thank you, everybody.